Hey guys, this is Mike, back with another gameplay commentary. The gameplay on screen could be anything right now. It could be Spy, it could be Scout, it could be Demo Man. It could be anything, I don't know. But what I do know is that the Gunmetal update has finally arrived, and so in this video I'm just going to be talking about what exactly is going on with the update and what I like and don't like about it. And some things that may come to TF2 relatively soon. And I know this video is probably like a week and a half late because the Gunmetal update was, even though it was fairly recent, I think this might still be a late video. But still, I don't know why I'm saying still so much, but this update actually surprised me at first because ever since December of 2014, TF2 had hardly gotten any updates. Not even any bug fix patches or anything. Like, most of it was just updates for manpower, which I don't really play that much, to be honest. I actually don't like it that much. But this update, rather than being really hyped up, was just sort of sprung on the TF2 community. Like, nearly half a year with no significant updates, and bam, in comes Gunmetal update. Out of nowhere. But to start out, what I personally liked about this update is that Valve reworked almost everything you once knew about all the weapons in this game. The weapons that were overused are now balanced or next to useless. The weapons that were once sitting in your inventory gathering dust are now viable. Except the Sunrise Stick. That still sucks, unfortunately. I know there are not any new weapons to come with this update, but there have been so many new weapon changes that they may as well be new weapons. Some weapon changes were badly needed, some were unnecessary, and some were just like, okay, that's there now. I don't know, but the point is, I don't know if there's a point, but the point is, they changed a lot of stuff. And the lock and load, as well as the enforcer, are now terrible, and you should probably unequip them now. Just saying. Also, they added reskins. Yay, my favorite. Seriously though, these reskins look really cool nonetheless. I've gotten a few of them myself, and I have to say I'm fairly impressed with the amount of work that went into making them. Sarcastic smirk. But regardless of how much effort it may or may not have taken to make them, they still look amazing. But let's just put the weapons aside for a bit and talk about contracts. The contracts are a whole lot of fun to try and complete, even though I wasn't able to get any bonus points for some because I guess I kinda suck. They're still fun to try and fulfill in the long run. However, Valve has made it so you can only complete a limit of 2 contracts per week. That kinda sucks because I usually can complete a contract in a day, maybe even in an hour. So I can complete the contracts and get the reward for them, but then I need to wait a whole week before I can do more. Well, I guess it is for the best, so everyone won't be up to their eyeballs in reskins, and then the skins just sort of lose their exclusiveness at that point. But I just wish they made the contracts take longer to complete or something like that, so that you won't find yourself waiting for more contracts to do. But that's really the only thing bad about the contracts, in my opinion. So, back to the weapon changes, just to finish that topic up. The lock and load is no longer a somewhat broken weapon. It's now an extremely situational one. The damage bonus it has now only applies to buildings, not players. And that's not going to be very useful considering its only use now is to take out sentry nests. And even then, with its reduced explosion radius, sorry I can't talk, and its lower clip size, it's still not that good at taking out sentries. And not to mention its projectile shatter, so you better hit that sentry, otherwise the plus building damage is not even going to matter in the slightest. And the Enforcer is next to useless now because the damage now only counts if you are disguised. So its only good attribute is one shot of marginally more damage. Also, the Vaccinator finally got the nerf it deserved, which means no more Danger Shield snipers being pocketed by Vaccinator medics on pubs. Yes, those things were the bane of my existence for you don't even know how long. And in addition, the Heavy got a few buffs on a couple of his miniguns that I'm very happy about. Ever since the accuracy nerf he got in the Love and War update, the Heavy was a very neglected class by many, but now with the Brass Beast and the Toshka, an overhealed Heavy can now survive a fully charged headshot. Because both of these miniguns now give you a 20% damage resistance when spun up. So hopefully we'll see a lot of more Heavies now. Also, the Escape Plan and the Equalizer got some very interesting changes. Instead of them blocking healing altogether when equipped, they now block only 90% of it. While that seems good to the naked ear, this can be a blessing as well as a curse. It's good because if you ever find yourself with no ammo, you can now be healed, but very slowly. However, it's also bad because medics can now forcibly take away your extra speed and damage, which is going to be kind of annoying. But enough about the weapons, let's just talk about the one thing in this update that I didn't like too much. This would be that you can now pick up other people's weapons and use them for yourself, given that your current class is able to carry it. For starters, I hate this because it seems like a mechanic that doesn't even belong in a game like TF2 at all. Not only that, but it could potentially kill the economy, because now it's a matter of, oh, why would I go through the trouble of trading this stuff for this stuff, and if I can just pick it up off the ground from somebody. Not to mention, this new mechanic throws things like UGC games, Randomizer, and Versus Sexton Hale out the frickin' window. So I may never understand why Valve put that mechanic in, but so far it's the only thing that I don't like about the update. That, and for months now, there have been rumors that Valve could possibly implement a competitive matchmaking system into TF2. And I'm very excited about this because whenever I go on a pub server, there always seems to be people on the server that are performing far better than I ever would. And there are also people that have installed the game merely minutes ago, or at least it seems like it. I'm sure many of you have been there too, and when there are veterans and newer players on the same server, it mainly boils down to whatever team has more skilled players. And this is not what Valve was going for when TF2 was first released, because what they intended was for one class to counter another, and another class counter that one, and so on. It shouldn't be a matter of skill, it should be a matter of what class is doing which. Like, if everyone has the same amount of skill, then I think it would settle for a pretty balanced game. So I think the new competitive matchmaking is going to be a lot of fun and make the game a lot more enjoyable. All I'm praying for is that they don't make it you have to buy something in order to gain access to it, because that will basically be saying, oh, hey, you want to have balanced gameplay? Well, too bad, you gotta pay for it. And the only thing to wonder is when it will be released. It could be a year from now, or it could be just around the corner, but either way, I hope it will be as good as people claim it to be. So, yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video here. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. And so, yeah, I guess that's it. Until then, this is Mike signing off.